Lonk's so sad. He's been stuck down here for a while with nothing to do. So let's cheer him up by running him into the level, which is level 4, the Angler's Tunnel. So this is a big old water level guy. So we're going to have to do all those lovely, lovely water things that everybody likes. And I actually kind of like this dungeon. It's a neat little thing. And actually, we're going to go ahead and leave these guys alone, because killing those spiky guys will open up that door, but I actually want to check what's, crack-a-lackin' in the upper area of this dungeon first, and we'll go ahead and keep our shield out, because we're going to need to come back and kill those spiky guys. And it looks like we have more spiky beetle guys. I don't remember their names, and it's actually a good thing that we came over here, because we got the useful item, the Stone Beak. And I kind of like that they have the separate tile. Even if it's, just an aesthetic thing, that different tile, like the light blue tile thingy, I just always thought that was kind of a neat, and that spiky beetle guy just killed himself. I'm going to keep calling him Spiky Beetle Guy, because that's, good enough. And, this is turning out to be like the best way ever, the best day for the best way, because we get both the map and the Stone Beak, so, we're off to a good start, and I'm actually going to need my feather as well. I don't know why I didn't think about that. And I bet we're going to find even more garbage that we just love over here. Like that totally looks like money, and I'm actually... Okay, yeah, that's good enough. Because that's, that chest looks totally optional, because it's like, ooh, can you get past the puzzle of breaking a, breaking a block that you've totally never ever done. Actually, have we ever had to blow up a block before? I'm sure we have. And, oh no, it's a key. I'm sorry, you look like a money treasure to me. I'm so sorry, Mr. Key. But, the key doesn't care. It does not have feelings, so... It'll live, and yes, I know the rock has many cracks. I can see it has like 4. So we'll just go ahead and get our sword out now so we can protect ourselves. I mean, we won't be able to protect ourselves from the wisps or the anti-fairies, whichever ones. No, those are totally anti-fairies. We won't be able to... Why the hell did I just throw myself off that way? I'm actually going to run back in here so we can go ahead and grab ourselves the heart, and we'll get ourselves out of here. Because falling into the water does not hurt you, so it just takes you back to the entrance, or well, not the entrance, but the room that you not the room that you entered in from, but the door that you entered the room from. So that's really convenient. So we'll go ahead and get our Pegasus boot out, so we can make our way back to the dungeon entrance, so we can deal with those spiky beetle guys. So this was definitely a good way to come. We got the Stone Beak, 2 keys, and the dungeon map. So it's like that is a great start to a dungeon. And we've already explored the majority of the dungeon by going that way, so we've gotten, kind of a sneak peek of what's, going on in this dungeon. And I don't know how I hit the pause button. Well, I guess the pause button is sort of close to the, where I have my buttons mapped for this on the Xbox controller, which is kind of dumb, but, it's not been a problem thus far, so I will forgive you, Mr. Xbox controller, because you're a good controller, even though you have the worst D-pad ever, which is a problem, because I use the D-pad a lot. Now we have a compass, so we have, like, all the stuff that we need from the dungeon. As soon as we get, like, the Nightmare Key, we'll have everything that's not keys in the... Oh, I forgot about the dungeon item. Okay, so we made good progress in dungeon items thus far. This dungeon's actually pretty good for that, because, we've only been here for, like, 3 minutes or so. We've already have, like, everything in the dungeon. So, it's been a good day for Lonk. And, there's all this water around, so if he gets thirsty, he can just... Aww. Okay, that made me sad. I mean, we've been having a good day so far, but now that Guardian Acorn drowned because of our hubris. I'm so sorry, Guardian Acorn, but there had to be sacrifices for how good of a day this is being. Let's go ahead and hop over here and take care of these water Tektites. And it looks like the water Tektites, do they always drop money? That'd be kind of neat, and I don't think we're going to be able to make that jump, so we'll come back later. Because we might get something that might help us to get over there. I mean, I know it's pretty cryptic given that, geez, they're just throwing money at us. That is really good. But yeah, you'll never be able to guess what the dungeon item is, based on what and how the dungeon is. What and how, yeah, that's how you speak. But no, yeah, you guys will never be able to guess the dungeon item. All this water around. I mean, water. What have you ever gotten in levels that have water in them? And we're actually probably gonna need to. No. Actually, we'll go back and check out that that staircase that I passed up in a bit, because there's nothing we can do with it just yet. Because if we kill this guy, you'll see a key falls down there. Do we have a key, or do we? Yeah, we've used it up. We can't actually go get that key yet, so we'll go back for it in a bit. And we're gonna go ahead and dodge you, Mr. Spiky guys. Because I do not want to deal with you just yet, and we're just going to keep on trucking down here. There's a bunch of pea-hats in this level, which is a shame. Because, I like pea-hats and all, but I actually take that back. Like, I like the design and the idea of the pea-hats, but they're just jerky enemies, because you can't kill them unless they're like, little blades are, well, not so much blades. I guess they're fans flowers, whatever you want to call them, aren't spinning, which is kind of a shame, because, you know, otherwise they'd be kind of neat enemies. Oh, dang it, they put a gel in there just to scare me, because that doo-doo noise kind of actually scared me, as lame as that is to admit, because I was not expecting that. I was expecting a key. So now we have the key to go ahead and deal with, you know, what's going on with that, the one locked door we passed up. So that should lead us to the mini-boss, if I am correct. I mean, you guys will know, because it's on the map. The mini-boss being, you know, the smaller, evil, redhead guy thingy on the thing, which was the worst way ever to explain it, but, you know, it probably didn't make any sense, but you guys may not care or are able to figure it out because you're way smarter than me and can go, yeah, I get what you mean, even though you're a dumbass. I know it is the mini-boss, and that's good. I don't remember the name of this guy, unfortunately, but he's not that hard of a mini-boss. You just jump behind him and hit him in his butt. He's just like the Octorok guy in Jabby Jabby's Belly for an Ocarina of Time. Well, if I was about to say if you've ever played that bit, I'm guessing the majority of everybody ever has played that game, so you know. That's not a thing I should say. He's not that hard, just jump behind him, so he's actually way easier than the Octorok, since you can, you know, just jump over him, and he very frequently, like, turns around, just like a dummy. You can, you know, just whack him in his face. So that's good. So yeah, that was the mini-boss. We've already taken care of it, and let's see if we can actually make it, because you can, the puzzle for that room is, you know, you're supposed to pull the ore to move the blocks, but if you run, you can get there before the blocks, you know, give up. So here we go, the dungeon item, the flippers. I know, you would have never been able to guess that you were going to get flippers and a level filled with water that was, you know, stopping you from doing a lot of stuff because there was water everywhere. And now we're starting to get into, I don't know if we've run into these guys yet in this game, but it's those birdie guys with the masks that are pains in the asses when they have their masks. This puzzle, you probably recognize these tiles in the other room. You just want to memorize the order of the tiles. And we're going to need to step on the tiles in the proper order for the other room as well. And luckily, they actually give us this block here so we can get back into the other room very, very easily. And we'll go ahead and get rid of these water tech-techs so they won't get in our way. And it looks like that other water tech-tech didn't drop a ruby. Or, oh, another drowned guardian acorn. We're taking a lot of sacrifices in this episode, but that's okay. Lonk is a man. He can accept these sacrifices. He's no longer a boy. I mean, he's wearing blue. Swimming in this game's kind of mean, because it just doesn't feel as fast as it is in the oracles, which is kind of a pain in the ass, but, you know, whatevs, yo, and we'll actually get out of your way, because we do not want to be crushed by you, Mr. Thwomp. Womp, whatever you like to be called. I think your guys are Thwomps, and I think the Womps are the big gray, I don't know. Those guys' names are always so hard for me to remember, since they're both Wompy Womps, with just one has a T on the end. And is this the dungeon? Yeah, we have the Nightmare's Key already, wow. Are we seriously almost done with this level? We are seriously almost done with this level, Jesus. That level really just came and went. I mean, we've only been here for like 10 minutes, jeez. Well, what are you trying to do, level? And even though we can get over there now, I want to go back and check out, because there were some treasure chests we weren't able to get. And there was that one key that we passed up earlier. I didn't forget about it, I promise. Well, I guess I don't have to promise you guys, since I just proved that I didn't forget. Because we weren't able to get that key. Because even if we were to chase after the key down here, we were going to need our flippers for it. So, you know, it would have just been a waste on everybody's time. And then I would be like, I'm so sorry, please don't hate me. But you'll be like, no, the damage is done. So we can just run down here and grab our key, and everything is good. Yeah, but swimming in this game isn't as nice in the oracles. Especially, you know, once you get used to the mermaid suit. Since there is no mermaid suit in this game, it's just flippers. But, you know, it's not the worst swimming controls. There's worse swimming controls, but I guess, you know, in the end, saying that there's worse stuff out there isn't too much of a comfort. But, you know, it could be worse, I guess, which is actually what I just said, and that's not a thing. And we weren't able to get this earlier. You might be able to trick it out and jump out here if you're like a crazy magic dude, but unfortunately I'm not a crazy magic dude. So, you know, we were still able to get there, and that's the thing that matters. And it looks like if we are able to keep this piece of power, which we very well should, we should be able to go into the boss with a piece of power, which would be kind of neat, because, I'm not going to spoil it, but this boss is kind of a joke, like the biggest jokey joke boss we're going to be fighting, since we're making our way over there. And have we actually seen the boss door? Because I think we've gotten everything in the we've gotten everything in the level, we just need to make our way to the boss door. The boss door is actually in a place where you can kind of check it out ahead of, actually, where does this go? Oh, this just leads you back there. Yeah, that's not where we're going. We're actually coming over here, because I think you can... No, I was going to say, I think you can get in there without actually using the key, but no, that'd be stupid, because you have to move the block. So you actually do have to come around and use the key. And I don't get why they closed this door because you can just stand here and open it. Does it close from this side? I don't know why they do that, because that just seems weird to me. Now you should be able to get in here now that you have that the lock block unlocked, so you should be able to get through no problem. There's a ton of Cheeps in here. A ton being 2. Well, I guess a ton is 2,000 pounds, so you know. I guess 2 those Cheeps just weigh 1,000 pounds each, so that's heavy, Doc. So we'll just avoid them, even though we got hit twice. But you know, we were able to get through in the end, so it's perfectly fine. We'll go ahead and grab our sword, and we don't need too much of you know, being able to stock up. So we'll just kill those guys and move on our way. We'll just deal with that having the pots, because we are now going to go fight the hardest boss ever. The hardest boss, the anglerfish guy. Bloop, bloop, glug, 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 food, ah! So, you know, not only is he an easy boss, but he is just, you know, just stupid, because he's dead. He's dead. He's seriously already dead. We don't have the level 2 sword. We have a piece of power granted, but come on, what the fuck? That was not a hard boss at all. He attacks you by, like, throwing fish at you or something. I don't even know, because I've never been in there longer than, like, 30 seconds. He's such an easy boss. I mean, jeez. What do they expect us to do? That's just like the easiest boss in the world. That is just, you know, Oh well, we get the Surf Harp, which is kind of a neat name. So now it's going to play some more music for us. Harps are pretty cool. So there we go. We've completed that level in 12 minutes, which is kind of not a long time, but, you know, I'm so sorry, guys. We were able to do it. And now the, I always call this, like, the owl. Like, that bit at the end when it's, like, telling you what to do. I always I'm like, oh, it must be the owl telling you, you know, where to go, what to do, all that stuff. And I think we're done with this episode, but I want to show you, I don't think you're able to get, oh, no, you are able to get out of here before you get the flippers. It's just a little shortcut that will take you back to land, and it just doesn't work the other way around because that thing's in your way. But now we can swim with the flippers, so we can explore more of, you know, Koholint Island since we can swim. So in the next episode, we're gonna go for a swim. So I will see you guys then. Actually, I was lying. I totally lied to you guys, and I'm so sorry. Because we can actually go ahead and get a heart piece and another song for our ocarina. This heart piece is kind of weird. You just swim in here, and if you dive, you'll eventually run into a heart piece. And oh, it's another heart piece. So we've completed another heart container. So that is totally awesome. So we should only have 4 heart pieces left in the game, because there's only 12. And I think we already completed a container. So we are on our way. Oh, and you can swim faster in this game. It just doesn't feel as fast as it does in the oracles. Which I'm not sure if I was able to communicate that earlier, because I'm kind of a dumb. But you know, that's okay, because we're, I don't know why I was about to say this, but we're actually all the way, almost have enough money for the bow. That doesn't make me being stupid okay, though. I apologize for almost saying that. If you come in here, we have a sunfish to talk to, and he is Monbo, child of the sunfish. Have you got an ocarina? And we do, so he's going to go ahead and teach us his song, Monbo's Mambo, which I don't think they actually say it in the game. But it's a neat little thing. So he's gonna, you know, do a little fishy mambo. Look at those little fish at the bottom. They're just jamming their fucking hearts out. Love those little guys. I know that's the dumbest little thing, but look at them. They're just little fish guys. They're just doing a dance for us. And, you know, Mambo's just rolling his eyes and going like, oh, man, music. So that was good. I like this. I like that so much. I don't care how stupid it is. So now they do call it Monbo's Mambo. So now, Monbo's Mambo is an optional song. Don't need to beat the game, but it is a nice song to have, and I will show you guys, actually I won't show you guys why in this episode, but I'll tell you guys why. From a dungeon, if you go into a dungeon, and you're in the dungeon, you're like, I don't know where to go. If you play Monbo's Mambo in a dungeon, it takes you back to the start, and whenever you're on the overworld screen, it actually takes you to a space on the map. I don't know if we've actually been there. I think we've been there, but we haven't talked to it, but it warps you to Crazy Tracy's health spa. So we'll have to go see her eventually, because Crazy Tracy just sells you, like, life potions and stuff, which we haven't needed, and I don't think we will need, but I'll show her off eventually, because she sells you a life potion for, like, 27 or 23 rupees. It's super cheap, whatever it is, so it's a pretty neat. So, you know, in the next episode, we're going to go check out some more of Koholint Island now that we can swim. So I will see you guys then, and this is the real ending this time. No lies. Sorry for lying to you before, by the way.